I've never seen lightning like it before. It just come, and it's gone again.
Remarkable lightning hit Oxford.
A shaft of light came through the window. It formed itself into a ball and went from the floor up towards the ceiling. When it got to about 5 to 6 foot, the ball exploded with a tremendous noise.
Perhaps the most horrific bolt from the blue struck Fulham Market in Norfolk.
We were sitting in our front room. I noticed a ball roughly about the size of a football. It was reddish, bluish. It seemed to bounce and hit the telephone pole opposite my home. There was a terrific explosion. All the lights went, everything went. Inside of our roof was completely burnt. All the rafters was burnt and everything. And yet from the outside and from our room, there doesn't seem to be any damage at all.
But even though these lightning phenomena remain mysteries, scientists did discover something extraordinary erupting from the tops of thunderstorms.
Everyone knows what a thunderstorm looks like, at least from the receiving end on Earth. Now scientists have been photographing thunderstorms from above.
This unique film, taken from a jet fighter over Alaska, shows mysterious coloured lights flashing up to 50 miles above the thunderclouds. But stranger still are jets of gas seen leaping up into space above thunderstorms at 300 times the speed of sound. It's possible they could have been seen from the ground before and mistaken for UFOs.
The oddest thing about August was that nothing weird happened. But some pretty bizarre scientific discoveries were made anyway. 6% of the Los Angeles smog is caused by smoke from cigarettes and barbecues. A giant 6-foot-tall bloom came into flower in Indonesia. According to an Israeli scientist, time travel is possible. An American scientist cooked up a diet for cows that stops their flatulence. And analysis of Egyptian mummies revealed traces of cannabis and cocaine. A mystery because cocaine originates in South America, a continent unknown to the ancient Egyptians. September was the month of the beast. On the 1st of September, amid the peace of Inkbarrow, Worcestershire, Sally and Nick Dyke encountered savagery.
We decided to lay some bait, some offal, to try and attract the creature, so we could maybe photograph it, maybe get some paw prints. We reached just about here, and I checked the bait that we'd laid and found out that it was gone. The creature was lying up in the underbrush here. I literally trod upon it. The creature shot away from me, hit perhaps that tree there, and catapulted back in my direction. It then shot away again in the general direction of Sally.
It reared up, took a couple of alternate swipes at my rib cage. I've got some very extensive wounds in my left rib cage.
The Inkbarrow sighting was far from unique. Jack Fuchs, too, saw a similar beast.
I opened the gate and the dog dived for an animal, which I could see was black. And it was a panther. Anyway, the dog and the panther stood nose to nose, and the sun caught its eyes and they were yellow.
This footage was shot 10 miles away at nearby Evesham.
I don't know how long it went on, but I was scared.
Yet another sighting was reported from Bodmin in Cornwall.
I in fact saw what I know to be a puma myself. In that gully, it was completely unhurried, didn't appear to be panicked, despite the fact there was a tractor working in the field.
We found this mangled up carcass, and we found one that was pretty badly mauled, and 6 others that were mauled. We had the police there, and he'd been to a lot of sheep worrying incidents, and he said this is no dog job.
This year, big cats have been reported at 31 locations across Britain, and now they seem to be encroaching on human territory. In Basingstoke, school children saw a big feline creature roaming next to their playground.
I felt really, really scared.
There is the possibility that if the animal's security was threatened, it would attack.
The children's playground is just around here. It was a joke at first and everybody thought it was hilarious, but there's been far too many sightings now.
October was the month when the Earth moved. In Tampa, Florida, a gigantic hole 180 feet deep opened up overnight. The cause of the hole is unknown. 7,000 miles away, another hole ruined a field of oats in Omsk, Russia. And in Australia, parallel lines 250 miles long were discovered by scientists, but they can only be seen during the day using a thermal imaging camera. Again, the cause is a mystery. The controversy on crop circles continues, but in Finland there are some genuine Arctic circles in the ice. And spontaneous snowballs formed of their own accord all over Scandinavia. In November, there was a spate of ghostly disturbances. Louth Market, near Grimsby.
The first thing we notice is the smell beforehand. We get this horrible smell of rotten cabbages.
It's one of the most rank smells you've ever smelt in your life. It's utterly disgusting.
It's a sort of musty, cabbagey, horrible smell.
The next day, different things happen.
The shirts were arranged similarly to how they are now, and the top two shirts just quite calmly moved across 4 feet, 3 feet, and just dropped to the floor. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
Frying pans flying off the shelf and shirts flying about. We had a door slamming. The most recent thing I saw was I was doing a stock check of bedding at the end of the store, and a swing bin top flew past me horizontally and then dropped in front of me. I don't feel it's spooky. It's more as though it's mischievous, but none of us are frightened.
Poltergeists also got into the Public Relations Act this year, targeting celebrities such as Leeds United player Gary Speed, who says it blows lots of light bulbs and switches on the kettle. London Weekend's television studios and Parkhurst Prison both suffered security breaches from beyond. In Belgium, one poltergeist even tidied up a house. December is only half gone, so we can't tell how weird it might become. But overall, was this year weirder than previous years? Animals grew more aggressive, and there was a steep rise in the incidences of sheep attacking people in New Zealand. Lightning strikes on people were up, but strange things falling from the sky were down. Spooks and apparitions were also up. Poltergeist sightings almost doubled in Britain. UFO sightings rose slightly, but abductions by aliens grew to such freakish proportions that William Hill recently offered surprisingly low odds of only 5,000 to 1 on aliens abducting President Bill Clinton. But some people knew that already. Premonitions man Gordon Michael Scallion from California predicted the Los Angeles earthquake on January the 17th, 1994. Prophet Chris Robinson of Leighton Buzzard correctly predicted the crash of flight US Air 427 in Pennsylvania on the 8th of September. And 4 days before the ferry Estonia sank in the Baltic, the Daily Telegraph crossword solution carried some chilling clues to its fate. But what will next year bring? Nostradamus tells us that on the 5th of January 1995, drunken riots will break out in Paris. Switzerland's financial establishment will be ruined by scandal. Cardinal Hume will be Pope. And Mrs. Thatcher will be re-elected as leader of the opposition.
Can anybody see the light?